The Chief Inspector of Schools has warned today that a large proportion of children are bored, lonely and miserable. The closure of schools during the pandemic has disrupted routines and deprived young people of social contact. Ministers today announced an extra £79 million to support children's mental health, but for some, it won't come soon enough. From the beginning, Adele Robinson's report contains some detailed testimony about mental health issues and suicidal feelings, which some viewers might find distressing.
I probably think about it like 24/7. Just like kill yourself, like just repeatedly. Like it's just kind of always in my head.
This is a teenager in crisis. Rachel's just 14 years old.
It's almost like when you just get bad news or something, like your heart just drops. And it's just kind of always like that, like that's just the norm.
Lockdowns hit hard. She's tried to take her own life twice since the pandemic began. We've changed her name and revoiced her words.
You have all the time in the week, the month, multiple months, to just think about how much you just don't want to be here and how much you hate yourself.
A swimmer with multiple trophies, COVID restrictions took it all away. She's being seen by Children's Mental Health Services, or CAMS, in the community. But her family say they've been told her case isn't serious enough for therapy.
I don't really know what they need from you to get help immediately. How you can be in such a deep crisis and CAMS are just oh yeah, take a bath or something. Literally, oh yeah, go take a bath, do some colouring. Yeah, I want to kill myself, but I'll do some colouring and it will help me. I don't know. If I want to take my life, I'm not going to think about doing some colouring.
I've been told that she's having the mental health equivalent of a heart attack, but she's been admitted to hospital and then discharged the next day with a sticking plaster.
Her father's desperate and says therapy could be at least 4 or 5 months away, 10 months on from when his daughter first tried to take her own life.
It's heartbreaking. It's very stressful. She still has a lot of trouble sleeping. So I'd be awake with her at night time, just so that she wouldn't do anything. That was the advice that CAMS gave us, but that's not sustainable for more than a few days, to be honest. I mean, I did that for weeks, and you can't live like that.
It must be terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Children's mental health services have been underfunded and overstretched for years. The pandemic's deepening the cracks.
We have a system that is never meant to cope with the demand. We're leaving young people's mental health needs to get to that very high bar, to get to crisis point before they get support. So there is inconsistency in terms of a kind of postcode lottery and struggles for young people to be seen for their first referral and also then waiting times to go on beyond that.
Millions are being invested in services. NHS England say they continue to support young people's mental health and are expanding support and finding new and innovative ways to reach young people through digital platforms. They're asking anyone who's worried that they or someone they care for is in crisis contacts their 24/7 urgent mental health crisis support immediately.
Sometimes I wake up thinking it is a nightmare, and then it dawns on you that this is actually real.
Rachel's father, like others, is looking into private therapy, something many can't afford. But it's a system in crisis right now, and this is a plea for help.
I literally said to them, I am going to kill myself again. I feel quite desperate. I don't know how to say to them more clearly.
Adele Robinson, Sky News.
And if you have been affected by any of the issues that were raised in Adele's report just now, you can contact the Samaritans by calling 116 123 or emailing joe@samaritans.org.